Testing. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gina Frasca. I am the assistant superintendent here at Pinelands. I'm actually also a graduate of Pinelands, class of 1991. This is my 29th year in education. I worked at Little Egg Harbor School and also came over to Pinelands and started here in 2004. So we're really excited to bring this experience to our community. We've been working very closely with Ocean County College over the past couple of years with dual enrollment courses for our current students that are in 9th grade through 12th grade. But this program is a little bit different. This is for our community school that we are trying to bring back to life a little bit. We've had certain courses that were running in the high school, and this is most likely going to be on the high school campus. But this is going to actually have Ocean County courses for students, could be our students, and also for community members. So if you're looking to take your first course, if you're looking to finish up a course of study that you started maybe years ago, that's also going to be available. I'm not going to give you too much information, but pretty much our vision is not only are we here to educate our students and also our staff, because we're always learning. And I just came from class myself before I came to this meeting because I'm still taking classes. So, and I know Miss Willscroft is still taking classes. So we want to just provide opportunities to educate our entire community. So that was really our goal in opening this community program back up and starting with Ocean County College and our amazing relationship with them and providing these opportunities. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Lindsay Willscroft. She is currently the community school coordinator. We are not launching until January, so this is just basically informational, but she will be the liaison to all of our programs. Now, side note, Ocean County College is going to be one aspect of community school, but we're also looking for people to teach other kinds of courses that may not be credit bearing. So if you have a skill or a talent that you could share with our community, for example, if you're really great at ceramics or woodworking or something like that you would like to teach, we're also looking for teachers and facilitators for a community school. So there's going to be that aspect as well. You want to get a boating license, you want to learn something that you don't know already. So we're really trying to open the school up so that the community can kind of see our amazing campus, be on our campus, and learn alongside of us. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Lindsay Willscroft.
Hello. So similarly to what Ms. Frasca just said, this opportunity is to just provide another opportunity for our community members to learn, to obtain your associate's degree, and just take that first class into either obtaining a degree or a certification. So we had met with OCC about this opportunity to bring classes to our town. That way we're not traveling to Toms River to take OCC classes. I know we do have a Manahawkin campus, but we're really bringing these courses to our own backyard and going to be able to offer them here in either the junior high school or the high school. We are going to start fairly small with only 3 courses in the spring, but by next fall, our goal is to be able to offer the entire OCC catalog to our community members. So I don't want to go too much into it. I want Ms. Elaine to be able to explain what these courses are that are coming in the spring. But I do want to keep in mind that even if these courses maybe don't speak to you directly, I want you to keep in mind that in the fall, we are going to be offering the full catalog. So whether you're a student now, you're a student 10 years ago, these classes are going to be available to you. So Ms. Elaine.
Hello. So I'm Elaine Chardine. I'm the Assistant Director for the Center of Academic Success at Ocean County College. And we're really excited to be part of this mission that's happening down in Pinelands. And my job tonight is to just walk you through a couple of our degree and our certificate programs. And we also have one of our professors that will walk you through the addiction counseling certificate. Okay, so we're going to click Vanna. Oh, sure. We'll start at education. So our education degree, if you look at it, there are a lot of general ed classes that can be taken. All right. If you go down a little bit more, all right, there are education classes here. There are 13 education classes that I was just talking to Dr. Jackson that Stockton will take, right? So a degree program from us is 60 credits. Typically, a 4-year degree is 120 credits, all right? You could essentially do half of your 4-year degree at OCC. I'm going to say education is a little bit different animal than the 120. It may be a little bit more depending on if you want a concentration, if you want to do secondary ed, if you want to do special ed. And it's always good to have a lot of those marketable skills with you when you move on. So these are the classes that you would take at OCC. And Lindsay, I'm sorry, I don't know what classes are being taught here in the spring. Do you?
Yes,
those.
So we're going to be starting each of the programs, whatever the first course would be in order to.
So it would be one education class. Okay. Okay. All righty. So I'm not, unfortunately, I don't know what that class is, and I apologize. So if you were interested in a track in education, you could start with that one education class and see if that was something you were interested in. We have advisors, we have people on our campus that are so willing to help you along the way as you go. So any questions, we can definitely answer those. Does anybody questions at this degree, or do you want to look at it further? So those of you who just walked in, we don't want you to feel left out. Welcome. We're so happy you came. We were talking about 3 programs that we are offering through Pinelands, and we're going to start with one class from each area. It would be education, cybersecurity, and addictions counseling. Thank you. My brain was just stalled there for a second. All righty. So we were just looking at this. And if you don't know anything, never gone to college, not sure, these 60 credits can be used from OCC towards a bachelor's degree. So an associate degree is 2 years, typically 60 credits, and a 4-year degree is typically 120 credits. So you would be doing half of your degree through OCC. Okay. And there's a couple of ways we can do that. You want me to talk about that? Can I talk about that a little? So there will be classes that'll be offered down here. We also have classes that we call high flex classes. So you all know distance learning. High flex is a little different, and I like that. So if there's a class that you want to take and maybe you can't get to Manahawkin or you can't get to the Toms River campus, some of our classes are offered high flex. So what that means is if a class is offered, say Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m., and you can't get there, you've just gotten off of work or whatever you're doing, you can log in to the class and participate online. You can Q&A, question and answer, with the teachers and with the other students in the class. So you're real time there, and it affords the opportunity. So that expands the offerings for your community center that you're doing, your community school. Any questions on that? Okay, should we go to our cybersecurity? Oh, you could say anything you want. Yes.
All right. I just want to, on the education front, just speaking from one of my roles as assistant superintendent is hiring. And as you know, there is a teacher shortage. So if it's something that you're thinking that would speak to you, it's a very inspiring job. It's amazing. You're working with children every day and you're really changing lives for the better. So we do love to have people go into education, especially our graduates and especially our community members, and hiring our community members so that we can have you be part of, our mission to educate our whole town. So again, we're always looking for great educators. So if that's something, maybe you've already taken some courses in that, or if you're just taking that first step, it's a great career. And again, you will be very marketable. I was at a county meeting today and people are looking for, I need, a special education teacher. I need a Spanish teacher. All of those things. So it's a really great field. Just wanted to put that out there. That's why we put education as one of our 3 programs.
So yes, we can confirm that our students are flying out to four-year schools, getting jobs everywhere quickly. It's really a change in the market. So it's a very good time. Employment is on the upswing with education for sure. Okay, so the next thing we'll look at is cybersecurity. Does anybody know what cybersecurity is? Okay, what is it? Wait, hang on. I'm gonna mic you.
It's the ability to protect people's assets online.
Very good. Thank you. Assets, information, everything you have, right? So do you think cybersecurity is kind of big right now? Yeah, right. We look at a lot of things you hear in the news about banks, stores being breached, your information, people's personal credit cards being hacked, right? Into. So cybersecurity is a huge field right now. And we have 2 options for you. The one option is an Associate of Applied Science, and we'll look at that first. So when you look at these classes, you will see that in the first semester there, I think you're going to probably be doing the CSIT 144, the Intro to Operating Systems, which would make sense. And when you look at this, I want you to understand one of the things here. When we say cybersecurity and we're looking at this AAS degree, if you can just scroll, okay, we're going to be honest here. I know the camera's on. Who has a math phobia? Just me? That's it? Just us? Okay. So you will notice the level of math, a little bit, right? The level of math does not exceed statistics here. Okay. So what we are looking at are really the CSIT, the computer science and technology program courses that are important here. And you will look, there's the programming, networking, there's computing fundamentals, and that's in the second semester. But that first semester, if you can scroll back up, is probably we'll be looking at the introduction to the operating system doing Unix. So this is CSIT 144. Now, I will tell you this. We did do a class at, I think this was the class, Dr. Jackson, if you're on the line, you can tell me if I'm correct or not, that we did at one of the local high schools. So high school students were taking this class, okay? This degree, AAS, is an Associate of Applied Science. And what that means is with an Associate of Applied Science as compared to the English degree, which was an Associate of Arts degree, Associate of Arts or Associate of Science typically means you need to go to a 4-year school to get more training, to get a career. Associate of Applied Science creates, you are ready for entry-level work. So once you complete this, you would be able to get entry-level work. Okay, pretty cool, right? All righty. So then we can look at the rest of this. So you can scroll through. This is a pretty cool program, actually. And scroll down. And again, right? Total of 60 credits. This is where you are. 60 credits and you are done. All right. So if we can look at the certificate degree. And we look at their certificate here. So I want you to just hang on and look at the description here. 131,000 positions for information security in 2019, and it's growing 31% in the next 10 years. That's incredible growth, right? So they are looking to put people in jobs with certificate programs. They would be entry-level jobs that you would start, and then you can grow and move from there. And if you can scroll through just kind of slowly and look at that, it's a total of 19 credits and 6 classes. Amazing. And with that, you can get a job. We have community partners that we are working with that CompTIA, I don't know if you're aware of CompTIA, so they're one of our community partners. And we will actually, they will provide a certificate for you after you take a test. The test is something that you have to pay for, and we have grant money in order to do that. So this is really win-win. For adults, I'm just going to tell you, I know, Sheena, you're going to talk a little bit about this, but I just want to say the credits for an adult is $180 per credit. If you are a high school student, it's $110 per credit. Per credit. And most of our classes are 3-credit classes. Any questions, concerns? Are you here? Hi. All righty. And so then I will let Dr. Giannotti speak about the addictions program.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, let me turn you up.
All right. Is that better? Yeah?
Can you guys hear? Thank
Can you
you.
hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to apologize for not being there in person. I had a scheduling conflict, so I'm sorry you're just looking probably at my name talking to you, but I'll give you a brief overview of this program. The addictions counseling program, I'm the chair of the program and the lecturer too. So I teach all of the daytime counseling courses. And the unique thing about our program is that it contains all of the education hours that the state requires for certification, which can be obtained someplace other than college. But it allows you to, first of all, take them in only 6 courses. And in addition to the education hours for the state, you're also getting 18 college credits. So in any kind of counseling or mental health profession, the more education you have, the more marketable you are. So there's always room for growth there. But it's a good way to start in the healthcare profession, which is just like education. It's experiencing a tremendous amount of growth. There's a lot of jobs available. The good thing about this particular certificate and this position is that a college degree is not required for you to work in the field. And the other thing that is useful to know is that you don't do an unpaid internship like you do with other professional counseling positions like social work and licensed counselors. And they do internship during the graduate program. And what you do in this field is you actually get a job and you begin to get paid while you're learning. Now, of course, you know, your pay will increase as you increase your education, but it allows you to get your foot in the door. You can begin working before you complete the 6 courses. And we have an apprenticeship coordinator that helps you find positions. And there's a lot of work right now. I just sent her a list of students that she's going to place in positions locally in Ocean County. So what you'll take are these 6 courses, and they cover all the different domains required for you to be an effective counselor in the addiction treatment setting. You're not going to be prepared to receive a certificate until you complete other requirements, such as supervised hours on the job, there's the licensing exam and whatever. But as I said before, the advantage is you don't have to wait to complete all of those things to begin working. And the other good thing is they fit very neatly into other degrees. So if you plan to go into social work, or you plan to get a psych degree and go on to be a professional counselor, it's a good foundation for those other paths. I enjoy teaching the courses. They're very interactive. If you haven't been in school for a while, which a lot of my students haven't, there are a lot of like non-traditional learners, people that have retired from another, perhaps another position, and now they want to do something that's meaningful to them. The courses are very experiential. We do a lot of things in class. There isn't a tremendous amount of homework or anything like that, so it's not a burden and it's not intimidating to people that are returning to school after a while. It's more about the skills and learning how to work with people. So I don't know if you have any questions. There's a lot more about the program, much more than I can explain, in the amount of time I have allotted, but I'm always happy to answer any of your questions. And I'm sure that Elaine will provide my contact information after this, so you can contact me and I'll be happy to call you and give you the rest of the details about the state certification process. Any questions though?
Hello. Okay. Phil, could you go back to the slideshow, please? And also on the call, she was not able to make it today. We have Dr. Sheena Hardigan. She is going to talk a little bit about the financial aid opportunities. We understand that these classes are going to come with a cost, but there are opportunities for us to help make the cost less burdensome. So Dr. Sheena Hardigan.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Patty. So college does come at a cost. However, starting your education or even finishing your education at a community college is going to be much more fiscally responsible. Elaine indicated that the cost is $180 a credit. Most classes are 3 credits. Your math, your science classes, they might be 4. So how do we pay for that? Financial aid is available. Some of the parameters surrounding financial aid is that you do have to have a high school diploma or high school equivalency. You cannot already have a bachelor's degree. We encourage everyone to complete the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, in order to see what you qualify for. They take certain things into consideration when you complete the FAFSA, things like family income, how many people live in your house. We are hoping to plan a FAFSA night down at Pinelands in January. The new FAFSA won't come out until December, but the FAFSA for this year is already out, and that would be for the entire 23-24 academic year. So starting now in September through August. What the FAFSA does is it links up your taxes and then tells you what you qualify for in terms of grants. Grants are free money that you do not have to pay back, and then loans. There are certain loans that you can get through the federal government that do not look at credit, and they're offered subsidized and unsubsidized to everyone. Again, we can help you complete the FAFSA. It sounds intimidating. It's not that bad. You link your taxes right up. We usually get your results in 3 to 5 days. The amount of Pell Grant, that's the federal grant that's available for an individual student, more than covers a full-time year of college, which would be 30 credits. So if you're starting with 1 class or maybe 2 classes, it could be covered by federal financial aid. In addition to federal aid, when you complete your FAFSA, it's also sending your information to the state of New Jersey. And there's a plethora of additional grants out there, one of which is the Community College Opportunity Grant. Very often, if someone qualifies for partial Pell or even no Pell, Community College Opportunity Grant is a way to attend tuition free. And the threshold of that is over $100,000 as the family income. So even if your family income is over $100,000, there's still grant opportunities out there. 2 other things that I want to mention as far as finances. One is another grant that we just received this year. It's good for 3 years. It's called the FIPSI Basic Needs Grant. We understand that there are costs to attending school outside of the tuition, right? Maybe there's childcare costs. Maybe it means you're working less hours. So that's less money for things like groceries or gas money. The FIPSI grant, which we just got, allows us to provide students with additional aid in the form of gift cards and vouchers for things like grocery stores, gas money, childcare, utilities, to ensure that those other costs of college are being handled. The last one I wanted to discuss with you is grants. Our Ocean County Foundation provides hundreds of thousands of dollars in grant money every year. The application to apply is extremely easy. What I tell our high schoolers when they're applying is it's about an essay that's about the length of 4 text messages, 250 words. It's pretty easy to apply. And it doesn't matter what your financial aid status is. Everyone is eligible for grant money through the foundation as well. So the scholarships. There's a lot of options, and we can walk you through exactly what's best for you. It can seem overwhelming, but don't let the finances scare you away, because many of our students attend college for free. Most of our students get some type of financial help, either grants, loans, or scholarships. And I will put my contact information in the chat if you wanted to share that as well. I can't see if there's any questions, but I'm sure someone can tell me if there are, right?
Okay, so I know that was a lot of information. Thank you, Dr. Hartigan. So for those of you who walked in a little bit late, what this is we are bringing classes to the community for our adults to be able to obtain an associate's degree. We know that there are people who want to go to college, they have dreams, they have goals, and things get in the way, life happens. So what we are trying to do is make it a little bit easier for our community members. You're not having to go to Toms River, you don't even have to go to the Manahawkin campus. We are going to be offering OCC classes right here at Pinelands, either the junior high or the high school. And we are starting this spring with these 3 courses. If these 3 courses do not interest you, coming next fall, we are going to be able to offer OCC's full catalog. So as long as we have a teacher and a professor willing to teach it, and we have a group of students willing to take the class, we will be offering it. So even if something here was not, up your alley, OCC has a ton of courses and classes and certifications and degree programs that really fits everybody's needs. I also want to thank OCC for coming out and, offering all their knowledge tonight and taking time away from their families to come talk to you guys about these opportunities. And we really hope you guys consider taking one of these programs. And as Ms. Frasca had said earlier, even if maybe you don't want to, go the OCC route, as the community school, we are really looking for classes, whether it be woodworking, ceramics, yoga, taking care of dogs, Spanish, whatever you may be interested in either teaching or learning, we encourage you to reach out to us. Our email is super easy to remember. It is community@prsdnj.org. It is right up there. Well, not up there anymore. That's me. Thanks, Phil. No, so it's all over. I'm going to be posting it on Facebook again. You can also give a call. The extension is 2258. So any questions you have, please reach out. Don't be shy. And we really appreciate you guys coming out. Ms. Frasca, anything to add? Any last words?
Thank you, Ms. Williscroft. She did a great job organizing this, so thank you so much. I think give her a big round of applause. This is a lot of work outside the school day. I know she's teaching kids all day and seniors especially, and working with some of our ELA students who need to graduate. So there's a lot going on during the day, but she's carving out time to, again, educate our community. How do we get everyone, give everyone these opportunities? And like Ms. Williscroft said, if you have something to teach, we want to hear about it. And if there's something that you want to learn, we want to hear about it. So you'll see some surveys going out because we're relaunching this. You may remember, and raise your hand if you remember, we used to do this. We used to offer OCC courses at Pinelands. I want to say it was, gosh, maybe over 20 years ago. You would see the parking lot full at night. You would see a lot of hustle and bustle going on our campus. And we want to get back to that point again. Want you to be able to use our facilities and also just improve your lives in any way that we can help you in doing that. Whether it's taking that first class, taking a first step, or returning to maybe something that you were working on years ago and life got in the way. So we're here for you. If you, like I said, if you have any questions, Ms. Wellscroft has her great email there that you can email. You'll see some brochures coming out, some emails, some surveys, and we really thank you for coming out tonight. Yes, sure. Did you want to talk about that, Emily? Okay.
So if you're looking at student participation, OCC accepts students that are rising freshmen in high school to whatever age you would like to take. It's open. Community college is really open for the community, so we try to service it as best as possible. They can start taking classes in 9th grade, yes. So that's a really good question. The question is for the recording, are there specific classes that you should take in 9th grade, or can you take anything? Basically, if you are a high school student, you would reach out to me, and then we could work on what makes the most sense for your student, for you or your student to take. We want it to be a good experience, a good first experience. So I'm going to, can I call you out? You took a history class in 9th grade, right? Will you talk about it for a sec? Oh, you're looking at your, yes, you. Okay, so this is a student who took a class, one of our classes that was embedded in the school day. Now, in order for the class to be embedded in the school day, OCC has to approve and hire the instructor. They have to follow our curriculum. Okay, so why don't you talk about how that was different than your other academic classes that you had in 9th grade? You can share.
Oh wait. Okay. So it was different from our actual classes in school because we actually had to like go home and actually like take it like actually read through a book. Sorry. We had to read through a book and write stuff down for like oh my god, why am I stuttering? I literally do this like all the time. We read a book and then we like write it down, like some like questions. I think there was like 10 questions each day that we did. I'm not really sure because I was in 9th grade. But it's just another add-on just for you to get like try to get into college faster, and to also see if because I look at that and they actually know that okay, I want to go into college, like they're looking for people that actually like try like want to actually work and go to college and all that. I would do it again because it's really important for future goals and all that stuff. Yeah.
You look like you want to ask.
You are the center of attention. Okay, so basically it's like what she said, just an add-on with work. It can be a little more difficult than what you're learning in that actual grade, but it's actually really worth it because it's college credits and colleges do look at that. So, yeah.
Thank you both. You can.
We just started to bring in, so this is community school. So this is more of after school hours. Dual enrollment, we have about 20 to 24 dual enrollment courses, meaning that you get high school credit and college credit at the same time. We offer a lot of that. We have another meeting about that next week. So if you do have a student that is either coming up or is in a class that is offered as dual enrollment, that is another opportunity for our students. So we have a lot of opportunities. Our kids, I just had a text from a parent of a senior who just graduated in June. and he is now a sophomore in college. So he graduated in June with us, and now he's a sophomore in college because he got to skip all of those, introductory courses, and he's right into his major already. So he doesn't have to take the basic world history class, the English 101, all of those. Done. Check, check, check. Saving $30,000 because they've already taken that whole year. So, we're trying to get every angle we can. And also, our current class of 2024, maybe they're not ready to go off campus. Maybe they feel more comfortable coming back to Pinelands and starting to take their first class here. So, whatever age you are, whatever circumstance, we really want to kind of have those opportunities. So the ninth grade dual enrollment, we don't advertise it enough that we have kids with a college transcript and, at the end of ninth grade, which I think is phenomenal. Thank you, girls. I'm so proud of you.
You did a great job. So I guess what I was getting at is just one example of how young you can be to do an academic course at OCC. And then you can do that anytime during your life. You're never too old to learn, right? We're never too old to learn. So the opportunities are open to all of us if you want to, or you have a desire to take advantage of that at OCC. Any questions? Any other questions about academics? Yes? Okay, so the question is, you see that we're offering microbiology in the spring, and where are you looking? Where is that? Oh, under Pinelands, it's being offered. So is that an embedded class?
That's a dual enrollment class.
So that would be so embedded means it's during the school day, and it would be for the high school students. If there were a interest or need, and we had a group of students that wanted something like that in the summer, then that's something we could definitely talk about. You can.
So adding on to that, so the teacher who teaches microbiology, Macy McGeehan, is currently working on her doctoral degree. She will be Dr. McGeehan soon. So my other goal here is to have some of our teachers during the day teach those courses at night. Because they're already teaching them, and most of them have their masters, getting their doctorates. So, I'm sure that they would love the opportunity to also share that with adult learners, which would be kind of cool for them. So I really feel like we're going to expand this not only for the community, but some of the teaching staff is going to really want to teach the courses that they're teaching to our students at night. Like Mr. Caravano, I know he would love to teach, a course for an adult learner, and wouldn't they love it? He's great, isn't he? I know. So, I definitely see that coming as we kind of unfold with some of these courses, because you're already teaching it. You have the lessons. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different at night, but that's kind of another opportunity for our teachers too.
Are there any questions, academic questions? Yes? Okay. So if those are credits through Google, we work with CompTIA, but that would be something for a registrar to assess what your skill level is and if they would give you any credit. Are you working in the field with those certificates? Not yet? Okay, I like that. Not yet. Very positive. But we can definitely assess and see if that would serve to cover, like perhaps a prerequisite for a class that you would need. I don't know. I don't know, but we're always like looking and investigating and exploring what's possible for sure. Good for you. Congrats. Does anybody else have any academic questions you'd like to ask? No? Okay. So when we're done, I'll hang around a little bit. And if anybody wants to ask a question that maybe they didn't feel they wanted to ask in front of the group, you can ask to me. Okay. Thank you.
I will be around as well. So will Miss Frasca. So again, thank you guys for coming. And again, if these 3 programs are not for you, fall, we will have access to the full catalog. So please, I encourage you to go on the website, look for courses that pique your interest, and let us know. We love to hear from you. We love ideas. We want to know what you guys want to learn. So please be in touch. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you being a part of our community school in partnership with OCC. So thank you very much.